Every day your body's telling you things,
Yeah.
but we ignore them a lot. And when you're ignoring it continuously, it's going to end up screaming at you.
Meet Rosie Martin, a certified holistic health and nutrition coach who spent 14 years fighting acne and discovered how to naturally restore your skin. And in this episode, she reveals the truth about cycle syncing and the things your doctor will never tell you.
What acne actually means. So it's not random, it's all messages, even up to where your spots are on your face. So if you Google acne face mapping, it will tell you. So that's when I found out, because my acne was always along my chin and my jawline, and that's hormonal.
Wow.
So that's my body's way of telling me, like, your hormones are imbalanced.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you get spots in between your eyebrows, I think that's your liver. Cheeks is like your digestion.
Talk to me about the reason why there isn't enough education and resources about women's menstrual cycles.
Historically, women's bodies are just deemed like too complicated for us to do research on. So a lot of research is done on men's bodies. If we're not taught these things, we'll never know it.
For someone that is curious or they feel overwhelmed from their health, what are the things that they can start doing right now? What is happening, beautiful people? Welcome back to Empowered Human Podcast. This is Empowered Human by Empowered Human Tribe, a space for real stories, honest questions, and deep conversations about what it actually means to be human. Here, we do not rush to answers. We sit with lived experience, curiosity, and the moment that shapes us. If you are navigating growth, healing, or simply trying to understand yourself a little bit better, you are in the right place. Welcome to Empowered Podcast. Today, my guest is Rosie Martin. Tell us, who are you, what's your name, and what can people expect from this episode?
Hi, I'm Rosie and I'm a certified holistic health and nutrition coach. And in this episode, you can expect to learn about how I healed my acne holistically, how I improved my skin and hair health, and how I created long-lasting habits to change. If you're interested in learning the subtle signs and cues your body gives you to tell you what it needs, this is the episode for you.
But not just what you eat, it's all about your lifestyle, your relationships, the community, exercise, and how you healed your acne. How many years you said?
Of like, all in all, 14 years with adult acne.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was something that was getting to the point where I was like, I need to do something about this.
Yeah, 14 years.
14
Jeez.
years, yeah. So, and you know, that's a lot of time, was spent going in and out of doctors and not really getting the help I needed.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just like, I need to take my health into my own hands. I need to take responsibility. What is going on?
Yeah.
My body's trying to tell me something. It's manifesting like physically.
Yeah.
So my aim is to help encourage people to get curiosity back for what their body does and how amazing it is, and reconnect them to their health. Because I feel like with a lot of people now, I see people giving their health and their power over to doctors, and kind of expecting them to fix their problems.
Yes.
But I believe that nobody knows your body better than you. Like,
absolutely.
No doctor, no health coach, nobody else. But what my job is to help guide people back to that, because somewhere along the way, people lose that connection. So yeah, that's what to expect.
So if you can think about like 4 things that someone listening to this can pick up from this episode, what would it be?
I would say to instill curiosity back into how your body works. I would say no judgment towards your choices, whatever they are, whatever your habits, or, if you've got any addictions towards things like food or whatever. So no judgment. And I would say healing holistically.
Yes.
And it being a long-lasting, sustainable, way of living, not just a quick cover-up.
Yeah. The big thing I'm also interested in that we've spoken about a lot is, I'll let you say, what is the word?
Cycle syncing.
Cycle syncing.
Yeah. So
I think I've spoken to a lot of women about it recently, and they're like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What is cycle syncing?
Yeah.
So
So cycle syncing it's not a new thing. It does have like its history and its roots in Ayurveda.
Yes.
So Ayurveda is traditional Indian medicine, been around for thousands of years. And again, that's a really holistic approach to health. So it takes into account like mind, body, spirit, and how they're all connected. And it's a knock-on effect. So there is roots within it in Ayurveda.
Yes.
But there's a little bit more research done scientifically now towards things like your hormones, which we didn't always have access to in the past. So now is a really good time for women to start getting curious about their bodies and their hormones, because it's not something we were taught in school. There might have been a little bit of like, right, there'll be some blood, like, and that's it.
Yeah.
But apart from that, like, we wasn't taught how amazing our bodies are, or to celebrate them. It's always been kind of a bit of a stigma attached to it. But yeah, I think any woman who does have a period can easily incorporate cycle syncing into her life. It's not complicated. It's not like you don't need to be like really scientifically minded or need to know loads of difficult things. It's just about adjusting your food and your exercise and your lifestyle at certain phases of the month to help support your hormones, and you will live in a lot more harmony with your body by doing so.
Yeah, I love that. Talk to me about your personal experience, because we've had a chat before about,
like hormones and stuff.
and acne and
So I'd say it probably stems back to going on the pill when I was like 17, and kind of, every girl I knew was on the pill. It's just something that was given out. It's free. It's normal. You go on it and you're not taught anything about what's going to happen. You get given a leaflet and it might say, there might be some symptoms, and it lists like about 50 symptoms. But other than that, you're just kind of given it and you go. And then probably about, I don't know, maybe like 6-7 months after I started taking it, my skin started breaking out, which it had never done before. At that age, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So I went back to the doctors, and then they just kind of gave me a really strong cream, which just burnt my skin completely. It didn't even do anything.
Painful.
Yeah, it was horrible. I remember like looking in the mirror and like trying to put makeup on, and it was just like all crusting over. And I remember like getting really upset. And it didn't even help with the spots. So I went back to the doctors a few times. I got given different things like antibiotics, gels that were really drying. Even if they did work, they didn't work for long. So I always ended up coming back to having bad skin. And this went on for like 10 years. And in the end, I just thought, right, well, I'm not going to the doctors again because they're not helping. And I just came off the pill, like kind of quite suddenly, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I just really wanted to try healing my skin. And then after that, it just carried on being really bad. But I did notice it was more consistent, whereas before it wasn't. So rather than kind of punish myself for feeling bad about how I looked, I started to look at it as a sign and a message that my body was trying to give me. Right. And it ignited a bit more of curiosity into like, what's my body trying to tell me? Because there's a pattern here.
Yeah.
So then I just started doing my own research and looking into things. And that's when I came across cycle syncing.
All right. So now tell me about how you use cycle syncing.
So I use it to adjust what I eat.
Yes.
So I'll, when I go shopping, I just have it in mind, right, okay, I'm in this phase, I'll need more of a certain food. I use it to kind of be aware of my energy levels. So if I'm feeling a little bit lower, I won't force myself to go and do exercise that doesn't feel right. If I do feel like doing it, then I will. And then lifestyle as well, which is a little bit more of a tricky one because you can't put like the rest of the world on pause while you're feeling a bit tired.
Yeah.
So that's not always doable. But yeah, nutrition and exercise is something that each day I will take into account.
Yeah. Let's talk about like the actual nutrition itself. Like what food were you eating?
Yeah. So from like day one, day one is the first day of your period. That's the first day you'll bleed.
Yeah.
So during that time, you'll definitely need to be supplementing with more iron.
Gotcha.
So, I'm vegetarian, but you can definitely get iron from like other fruits and vegetables and stuff. Or if not, you can take a supplement.
Yeah.
But it's things like, red meat, eggs, lots of things like beetroot's really good for it.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes, there's loads of different foods that you can get for iron. And during this time as well, your energy will be a lot lower. All your hormones are basically at the lowest point. So that's a time when if I'm not feeling it, then I won't be forcing myself to do something. And I think this is where like a lot of women they'll push through it, and they'll kind of maybe, they'll be in pain or whatever, and they'll just take, some painkillers and just crack on. And I do get that life gets in the way. But I think it's just that mind-body awareness of, rather than thinking your body's like against you, it's doing something, like it's going through a lot right now. So just, even if you can take like 5 minutes out of your busy working day, like try to, and just have that awareness of what it's doing, because it's doing a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
So day one, plenty of iron.
Plenty of iron.
What's next?
Lots of rest, and don't push yourself too much. So that's your menstruation phase.
Yes.
Then after about day 5, going like, if you was to like look at a graph, you'd see like estrogen and testosterone rising. So you'll start to feel that in your energy. You'll start to feel a lot more energetic, like you can do a lot more. You'll start to feel like, right, I can, I'll get back to the gym. I feel stronger, I feel faster. So this is your follicular phase. This is like a really good time to plan more things in, be more sociable. And then food-wise, this is a time when it's good to go a bit more like keto. So you'd eat more fats and more proteins to support the hormones that need at this time. So estrogen really loves fats and proteins.
Yes.
If you're into fasting, now's a good time to do that, because some of the other phases, it doesn't work to do fasting at them, and it can just really, really deplete you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a good time to do fasting and sort of get any plans in, and you can be more busy and keep up with it.
Yeah. So like in that period, a lot more like, I don't know, if you're a meat eater, like red meat.
Yeah. I think more like lean meats.
Avocado.
Things like turkey is good.
Yeah.
Avocado's great. Things like
Nuts,
olive
maybe.
oil, nuts, walnuts are really good because omega-3 is great for that time.
Yeah.
There's and like loads of leafy vegetables as well, like leafy greens. So after follicular phase, that's when you enter luteal phase.
Yes.
So this is about 10 days before your period. And I like to split it into like 2 different phases. So you've got early luteal and late luteal. So early luteal, you kind of, your energy's still pretty high, and you're not really feeling the effects of your hormones dipping just yet. Yeah. But important foods to eat at this time are carbs, because progesterone is a lot higher, and progesterone needs carbs to produce itself.
Yeah.
And then as you're going into sort of like late luteal, this is when you'll really start to feel your energy dipping, and this is when you're going to really want to lean into kind of resting a bit more, doing a bit less, and eating a lot of nutrient-dense carbs.
Yeah. So it's a time to get your carbs in.
Yeah, get your carbs
sourdough
in.
and
Stuff like that. Yeah, things like, sweet potatoes really good.
Yeah.
Things like squashes, pumpkin, beans, all really good for this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of really listening to what you need, and if there's ever a time to not go against your energy, it's in luteal. Yeah, listen to your body.
I love that. Obviously, I've seen you on Instagram talk about your hair health.
Yes, yeah.
And were you able to reverse
Yeah, definitely, because ultimately what you're putting in, you'll see out.
Got you.
So not instantly. You don't just eat
one.
one. It takes a bit of time. You don't just eat like one apple and you're like, oh my God.
What's going on?
My hair's growing so much.
Rosie lied to me.
It takes a little bit of time. It's not instant, but like it is true. I know like it's a cliche, but like you are what you eat, and it will show and you will feel it. So like that was definitely a part of, my journey was seeing it was never really, to look a certain way. I just wanted to heal within, but it did start to show out.
Yeah.
So when I started to listen to my body and its messages, it was like, thanks, you're finally listening.
Yeah.
Right. Now you can have nice skin because you deserve it, because you're looking after me. And now my hair's like healthy and shiny, which it never was before.
Yeah. I love that. So it's all about get curious, not furious.
Yeah.
And actually listen to your body when it's telling you something.
It's so clever. Like, it's literally every day, it's sending you very subtle messages and cues about what it needs.
Yes.
And this is what is part of cycle syncing, is tapping back into that wisdom of what your body's telling you. And like, I've heard this saying before, like, it's something like, your body will tell you in whispers until it screams. And that's,
so you're getting like subtle messages.
Always, every day, your body's telling you things, but we ignore them a lot for a plethora of reasons. It could be, busy, being busy jobs, being stressed, having just other priorities. But ultimately, there's nothing more important than your health. And when you're ignoring it, continuously, it's gonna end up screaming at you. And that's where the symptoms come in.
I think me and you were talking about having spots and how like different spots show up from different places. Talk to me about that. Like, what's that about?
Yeah, this is what when I started to think, right, what is my body telling me? I got so curious. I got obsessed with it, and this is where I came across like holistic health. So I came across it's called acne face mapping, and it's a traditional Chinese medicine approach to what acne actually means. So it's not random. And this is it, like, nothing your body, none of your symptoms, nothing your body's doing is random. It's all messages, even up to where your spots are on your face. So if you Google acne face mapping, it will tell you. So that's when I found out, because my acne was always along my chin and my jawline, and that's hormonal. Wow. So that's my body's way of telling me, like, your hormones are imbalanced.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you get spots in between your eyebrows, I think that's your liver.
Yeah.
That means your liver needs some love and some help.
Yeah.
I think cheeks is, like, your digestion. It's so clever, your body.
Yeah, the body is so clever that,
clever.
We don't give it enough credit.
No.
Let's talk about the source of the pain before healing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not just about, food.
Yeah.
There's more to it. It's a holistic approach.
Yeah.
Talk to me about lifestyle and how.
Yeah. What my lifestyle was like before.
Yeah. And did you have to adjust that as well as the food and, getting more into your nutrition?
Yeah, it was everything. I think I just kind of was fed up I knew I could feel better than what I did in every way. So like physically, emotionally, mentally, even like, my job and the relationships I had, I feel like it all just came to a point where I was like, right, I know I'm not living my best, most vibrant, healthiest life. And I know that's my responsibility, and I'm in charge of taking control of that. So I feel like I just slowly started to create the building blocks of who did I want to be then? How did I want to feel? How did I want to, look and, all these things that are part of your health. I just started like building towards that life that I wanted to live.
And then what did that look like? If you don't mind me asking, was that like going to the gym? Obviously, you got curious about, your acne and started educating yourself about that.
That was like the trigger was the acne. But like, I used to be terrified of going to the gym. Like really, like the thought of turning up at the gym really scared me. But I knew I wanted to do it, so I got a PT. So I feel like that eased me in, because it's just like a lot more, I don't know, like it's not as confronting as walking into a gym where everyone's like, looks like they know what they're doing and like really comfortable there. So I started off with a PT, and then that kind of eased me into it. And then I was like, okay, I can go to the gym on my own now. And it's just those little steps, I think. It's not about always throwing yourself in. It's about them little 1%.
Building blocks.
Building blocks.
Dream big, start small, I want to say. I think what I would add to that as well is going to classes like at the gym.
Yeah.
I think if you're new to the gym and you want to, start going to the gym, I'll say try the classes, because then
I
it's
agree.
ease you into it before you can actually start.
Yeah, and start with something that feels like the most comfortable to you. So for me, I would go to yoga classes, and that's how I started off.
Yeah.
Because I feel like yoga's a lot more my pace. That might be different for everyone else, but like you don't have to start off doing something that you're not 100% comfortable with, because you can build up to it.
I want to pause here for a moment. A lot of the conversations we have on this podcast can open things up. And when that happens, it helps to think about how we can actually support ourselves from day to day. Empowered Human is supported by Life Lab supplements. I know the founder, Ben, and I've seen how much care it puts into making these supplements. It's thoughtful about what goes in them and does not rush the process. I've been using the Essential range for a while now, and I've noticed a difference, especially in my sleep. If you want to learn more about Life Lab, go to lifelabsupplements.com. And on the days when life feels overwhelming, when your mind is loud and you don't know where to start, we have created the Empowered Affirmation Cards. They are not just words, but gentle prompts with action. Something you can reach for to pause, to ground yourself, and take one step back into yourself. And for those moments when you feel called to step out of your usual environment, this June, we are holding a small, intimate yoga retreat in Bali. 7 days to slow down, move gently, rest deeply, and reconnect with your body. And a sense of inner safety. Held in nature with just 8 people. You will find links to all of this in the description below. Now, let's come back to the conversation. Yeah. Talk to me about the reason why there isn't enough education or resources about women's menstrual cycles. What are your thoughts on that?
Why I think that is?
Yeah.
I think historically, women's bodies are just deemed like too complicated for us to do research on. So a lot of research is done on men's bodies, and kind of women are kind of thought of as like small men, which we're not because of our hormones.
They're different completely.
Yeah, they are different. Yeah, like, we're all similar in the sense that like we have like so we all have like our circadian rhythm, which is like our 24-hour clock. But then on top of that, women have a 28-day cycle, 28 to like 35. But yeah, I think it's just been a topic where a lot of people just think, oh, it's too complicated. Yeah. I can't be bothered. So then it just runs through into like schools and, the rest of healthcare. And then, other women as well won't, if we're not taught these things, we'll never know it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's a disservice. But I do think now more than ever,
things are changing.
Yeah, things are slowly changing.
Yeah.
And there is information out there. But I think the main thing is to tap back into you.
Yeah.
So even like as a health coach, I can help and I can guide.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's you who does have the answers.
Yeah.
You know how things make you feel.
Yeah.
And like, what kind of effect your lifestyle has on you.
Yeah, I love that. And I think as well, in the same breath, I see a lot of people copying the trends, the wellness trends, and
a lot
of different diets and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to experiment, but also to realize that your body knows best.
Yeah.
You know best.
Yeah.
And once you start listening to you actually understand that, okay, that worked for that person, but we're not the same people. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this a lot. And I think if there's someone on social media who speaks in absolutes, avoid them.
Yeah.
Because nobody,
marketing.
Exactly. Nobody has all the answers.
Yeah.
And like you said, like it's good to try different things.
Yeah.
But, all our bodies are different. We all have different needs. We all have different energy levels.
Yeah.
Even if even intolerances in food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, someone could say like, I don't know, for example, there's like the whole raw milk thing at the minute. You'll find, there'll be 100 people who say you've got to drink raw milk, and then you can find another 100 people who will say don't.
Yeah.
But it's just about trying it and seeing what works for you.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
For someone that is curious or they feel overwhelmed from their health, what are the things that they can start doing right now?
Yeah. I think ask yourself the right questions. So I think start to ask, what do you want your health to look like? So imagine yourself like, I don't know, like a year from now, what does that person look like? And be specific. You know, think about how they wake up, how they feel every day, how they speak to themselves, how they speak to others, what kind of foods they eat. And then once you build that visual picture of like your most healthiest self, then start to think of what small steps you can do from today to build on that. And it's not about making huge, you know, leaps. It's just little, like imagine like little shuffles towards that version. Because a lot of the time I think, you know, and I've been guilty of this, like a bit of an all or nothing attitude where you've got to make huge shifts in.
It's I'm cutting out everything.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the gym for 2 hours every day. Like, you're going to fail before you've even started, because that's not, it's not realistic. But what is realistic, what can fit into your schedule now? Like, you know, if you're a busy, I don't know, single parent, I know that'll be hard. Can you wake up literally 5 minutes earlier to stretch? Can you maybe meal prep the night before to make it easier for you the day after to pick a healthy lunch? Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's a small thing. Even for me, I want to go to the gym in the morning at 6 o'clock. So the night before, I make sure that I make it easy on myself to do that in the morning by getting all my like gym gear ready. Literally, like it's on my sofa. I've got my trainers, my socks. So literally, I get out of bed.
And it's there.
It's there.
That's
it makes it a lot easier because those little things makes a massive difference. Because I'm like, it's a struggle to get out of bed in the first place. And then to actually have to start finding stuff. I'm like, actually, never mind. I just go back to bed.
But I love that. That's exactly it. Like, it's just asking yourself, what tiny, realistic, actionable steps can I do to ensure I'm getting to that version of me that I want to be. And you can be. Like, you wouldn't be able to imagine that version of you if you didn't know it existed in there somewhere.
Exactly.
So you can do it, but like you say, like some days are hard. Make it as easy as possible for yourself.
Absolutely.
By thinking ahead.
Talk to me about the wellness culture, the hustle culture, how you can begin to reconnect back to yourself and how you can find yourself in the middle of the chaos.
Oh, there's so much chaos, isn't there?
There's a lot of noise.
Like we're saying, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of people who know best. And I think it's not a bad thing to ask others, especially if it's people you care about who are close to you and who know you well. But ultimately, it's always knowing that the answers are in you. So I don't like to start, I would say everyone needs to slow down. You know, even the ones who thrive on moving fast, that's fine. But if you are feeling like something's not quite right, something's missing, your health's not quite there, that in itself is an invitation to just take a breath.
Do you know what? I love that because usually I go to the gym like 6 days a week. But yesterday, for some reason, my body was like, no, I'm not feeling this. I actually like, before I would have pushed it to be like, actually, no, we're going back. And so I actually rested. So this morning, I went back to the gym and I had a bit of a niggle. Like, I've had it like all week. My elbow. And then this morning, literally, I took one day off. This morning, I came in, gone.
Amazing.
I was like, my body's like trying to tell me like, okay, chill. Today, we're not going to the gym. Let's just
need
heal.
to rest. Need to repair my elbow.
So again, like usually in the past, I would have been like, no, forget. I'm going. We're pushing. But I actually listened yesterday, and today I felt better for it because I was like,
And imagine if you hadn't, it could have like it
carried on.
Made you you could have got more of an injury in your elbow. That was your body's way of messaging you. But you listened to it.
Exactly.
So that's a perfect example of how, as soon as you're feeling that invitation to slow down, take it. Don't always push through. You know, there might be different times when you think, okay, I'm just being lazy today. I do need to. You know the difference.
Deep down,
definitely. You know when you're being a bit like, oh, I can't be bothered, or when your body's actually saying like, no, I've had enough. So I think that's an important first step.
I love that. Talk to me about the wellness culture. Do you think wellness has become an upper class thing?
Yeah and no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends how you look at it, I guess. I think, so what I sort of think is wellness is something that is free.
Yes.
So, I'm sure you will agree with this, but things like sleep, community, laughter, water, sunlight, these are all things that are free. Nature,
Yeah.
we were
Yeah,
just talking before how
yeah,
important and healing it is to be in nature.
Yeah, because you've been hugging trees all week, haven't you?
But yeah, like all these things, like I think we can overcomplicate it a little bit. And there is a lot going on in the wellness industry at the minute where if you're not careful, you can be led to believe that you need to be buying
Matcha.
loads of supplements, start your day at like 4:30 with like an infrared sauna suit. And you can do all those things. Like, that's great. Like, I love stuff like that, You will catch me at home with like my LED mask on, with my legs up the wall and like reading a self-help book.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I know that the true wellness and health is the stuff that's free. But yeah, I think just be careful of taking too much, like listening too much to the noise and not actually doing the thing, because I think we can get a bit stuck in like listening to another podcast or buying another supplement or reading another book, and all those things are great. Ultimately, like when you know what you need to do, and it's just taking action on it
And doing it. I love that. Talk to me about what you do now. So obviously you've become a holistic health coach.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
It sounds fancy.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the holistic bit that people are like, what does that even mean?
Yeah. I feel like that word is almost become like a marketing trend.
Yeah.
But also, rightfully so, because we should be looking at things holistically.
Yeah.
So talk to us about, your approach.
Yeah. Well, for me, holistic means whole person, whole picture, like taking the whole thing into account.
Yeah.
So with holistic health, as opposed to like sort of a more modern approach, which isolates symptoms, it takes into account everything, because we know that mind, body and spirit are all connected and have a knock-on effect to each other.
Yes.
So say if like I had a client and they were coming in and they had bad gut health, maybe in the past someone would think, right, well, okay, it's something that they're eating. Obviously, I would explore that, and nutrition's a huge part of gut health.
Yes.
But it's about understanding that the other areas of their life. So maybe after a few sessions, you would find like they're really stressed and they've got a really strained relationship with someone in their family. And that stress is having an effect on their gut.
Got you.
So it's about understanding the whole picture of what's going on.
Yeah.
Because it gets to the root cause of why their health is struggling.
Yeah.
And then once you heal that root cause and not just put like a Band-Aid over it, that has a knock-on effect, a domino effect on the rest of their health.
Yeah.
And can improve it, like, for the foreseeable
future.
Yeah, for the future, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think as a society we tend to treat the symptoms, not the cause.
Yeah,
definitely. And it sounds like holistic health coaching will help you address
all areas of your life. Yeah, because health isn't just about what you eat.
Yeah.
You could be drinking, green smoothies every morning, taking loads of supplements, but if you're you've not got a good relationship with yourself or others, or you're not that healthy then.
Yeah. You just like, you eat well, but overall,
you could be disconnected, from these other areas of your life.
Yeah. I love that. For someone that is listening right now and want to start the health journey, what are the actionable steps they can take right now?
I would say make a list of what your priorities are. Yeah. So like I feel like with a lot of people, it starts with nutrition and exercise. I think that's where the beginning of most people's health journey starts, and then it's kind of like has a knock-on effect to everything else. So yeah, like see where you're drawn to improving.
Yes.
What area of your life you want to most, and just start to break it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's different, so I would just simplify it.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Yeah.
How important is your environment? Because we've spoken before about environment when it comes to when we look at wellness, health as an holistic approach. Like the people around you are very important.
Oh my god!
Because I think if you surround yourself with people that are like either on that path, or are like ahead of you on that journey, you will you're more likely to achieve whatever your goal is and be able to sustain it for a long period of time. So talk to me about that. What's your experience around that?
I think that's just it really can make or break you as a person. It can it alters who you are, because whoever you're spending your time with will influence your decisions. So it's like so important on your health journey to make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that support you, believe in you. They don't have to be like perfect people who do everything perfectly. It's not about that. It's just about people who want the best for you. And encourage you to be that person.
And don't be afraid to leave people behind, because a lot of times we just do it to please other people. But you only have this one life. It sounds very cliche, and you deserve to live your best life. You get me. So don't be afraid to honor the relationships you've had with people in the past. But naturally, when you start, showing up more for yourself, going to places like let's say you're going to the gym, you naturally meet more people that are like-minded on that journey. People, and I found as well, there's a group for everything now on Facebook. So if you're struggling and you want to start, I'll say find a group. Like if you like walking, just type in walking group in your area. I'm sure there'll be plenty of things like that happening. And just find your tribe. I think your tribe is so important. To you're achieving your goals. So tell me, where can people find you? Obviously me, we're chatting about doing a workshop together as well. So if you're listening to this and you want to be part of the workshops, we're hoping to do it in person as well as online if we need to reach out to reach more people. So if you want to know, go to Empowered Human Tribe on Instagram or Facebook, or our website empoweredhumantribe.co.uk, and then we'll have all the information there. But I'll put a link in the description of our WhatsApp group where we can update people about the events and what we're going to do, because I feel like we need more information around women's cycle. I feel like even for men, because I feel like we have a lot of women in our lives, and I think it helps us show up better for them. Understand them better, and
love that.
So I think it's important. Like in the past, I would have been like, oh no, I'm talking about that.
Sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I'm like, not to. More like in case I make someone else feel awkward. But really, it's like it's just health.
Human.
It's healthcare. It's human. It's healthcare. It's just another part of it. And it just proves how conditioned we all are to think of it as like, oh, don't talk about that. So I do feel like the more you talk about it, the more it's less. Like, oh, scary, isn't it? But
with the workshops and stuff that we're planning to do, what can people expect from that?
I think,
little teaser.
Well, I don't know. I've not planned anything just yet. But I think more talks about hormones and how how hormones impact everything. From your skin to how you sleep to your mood. To just every aspect of your life. I think.
I'd love to explore, the products that you use as well. Also, obviously, like you use the face mask thing as well. Talk about you putting your feet up in the sky, like you just don't care.
Like this. I love anything. I love like habit stacking. Kind of like I love the crossover of nutrition and beauty. So as much as I think of like as food as medicine, I think of it as like skincare as well. Because like I said before, like what you put in, you get out. So I love talking about how food can not only make you feel good, give you more energy, but you start to see it on the outside, which
Yeah.
is just like, I don't know. I feel like that's such a underrated part of like the beauty industry.
Yeah.
You know, that we don't talk enough about how amazing food is to enhance that.
I love the fact that you're obviously, you know, you've got your own favorite products that you use for your skincare, but also you're talking about healing from the inside, from you know, nutrition and how that impacts beauty.
Yeah,
and
definitely,
you know, like I've seen pictures of your hair before and after, like it looks amazing. I'm like, okay,
different hair.
You're a different kid.
Crazy.
I love that. I think that it's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you
for the insights. I think my key takeaway is get curious, not furious. Listen to your body more. Your body knows best.
It's wise.
Yeah, your body is very, very clever. There's a lot of information out there. Yes, experiment, but ultimately your body knows best.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
I'd say I'm most active on Instagram.
Yes.
So it's Rosie Martin Wellness. And on there I've got a link where people can just fill out a little form and just leave their details and we can have a little chat.
Yeah, I love that. So again, we'll have that attached to the description.
Yeah.
If you can give one life advice, what would it be?
I would say create the life that you want. Like you have the power to create the life that you want, because that vision, like I said before, of whatever your most vibrant, healthy, like best self is, that would not be planted in there if you didn't know you can do that. So each day, take small actionable steps to create that version of you.
I love that. Yeah. Now it's an actual wrap. Before you go, I want to leave you with this. Conversations like this aren't meant to stay in your head. They ask for care, patience, and the right kind of support. On the everyday level, Empowered Human is supported by LifeLab Supplements, whose focus on energy, immunity, and sleep reminds us that the body needs a steady foundation. And on the days when everything feels overwhelming, the Empowered Human Affirmation Cards are there as a gentle, grounding practice, offering reflection and small intentional actions when you don't know where to start. And if you feel called to slow down more deeply, this June, we are holding a small yoga retreat in Bali. A quiet pause to reconnect with your body, rest deeply, and remember a sense of inner safety. You will find everything linked below. If this conversation resonated, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one.